Music make you lose control. Music make you lose control. Music make you lose control.
So to make this a fun session for you, please prepare 4 things. I need you to prepare an A4 paper, pen, pencil, a chair, and small towel. The other day, I was going for a run with my dogs at a nearby lake garden. It was a beautiful day filled with green and blue landscapes. There was a particular tree that caught my attention because its roots were solid and its leaves are graceful and its branches are like super flexible, moving with the wind. So to me, this tree is a symbol of freedom. There's so much grounding going on and reaching towards the sky that brings so much freedom just by watching at it. So I was just thinking, how can I also gain more freedom in my body, inspired by nature? So I realized freedom starts in my feet. And this is the exciting thing now. We're going to head on and do a quick exercise. If you can, grab your A4 paper. Fold it into 4, like so. 4 sections. So half, half. Like this. Open it. This part I just have to tell you, and then you go ahead and do it on your own. Step on this piece of paper. Trace the outline of your foot with a pencil or a pen. So if you're doing it on the floor, just step on it on the floor and then trace yourself. So in this piece of paper, I've labeled 1, here we go, 2, this is the big toe side, big toe side. This is the little toe side, number 2. And then at the bottom, 3 and 4. Now, so this whole session, we're talking about relieve pain in your knees just by walking right. And I'm starting with the feet. It'll all make sense in a while. Please bear with me. So when we are stepping, I want you to think about which part of your foot do you place on the ground first. Go ahead, stand up and think about, just look at your feet and which part of my foot do I step with? Is it quadrant 3, 4? Is it 1, 2? Is it 2, 4? In my work with a lot of my students, I realize people step on, there are many ways. People step on 1 and 2. People step on 1 and 3. So go ahead and play with that. If you step on 1 and 3, what happens to your knees? Let me just play with that as well. If you step on 1 and 3, there's a tendency to knock your knees in. Whoa, my knees just cracked, just because this is not a natural alignment for the knees. And then if you step on 2 and 4, the knees tend to splay out, and therefore going away from your center. When you go away from your center or from your midline, it actually creates a weakened state in your core and actually pulls your body away from your center, out of alignment. If you understand all this, if not, don't worry. Just know that there are people who habitually step on point 1 and 3, and then 2 and 4. And that affects the way you load weight onto your knees. Okay? And some people walk on their heels on number 3 and 4. And when you do that, your weight falls back, and therefore adding pressure on the back of your knees and adding load on the back of your lower back. And then you wonder why sometimes when you walk, you feel pain in your lower back. Obviously, there are many many reasons for that, but today we're really focused on how you can step your feet down in a way that relieves pain and pressure and tension in your knees. So I'm going to invite you to think about changing the way you step and make it a habit by stepping on number 1 and 2. Once you feel comfortable stepping on 1 and 2, when I practice that, I often feel like a horse. You know, if you have an image of a horse walking, they always pick up and place the front of their foot down first. So it becomes like a horse. And then from there, translate that habit into running. Now, I understand if you have knee pain or pain in any part of your body, running is the last thing you want to do. Exercising is the last thing you want to do because there's just so much pain. And so my approach to fitness is first removing the pain from your body, or at least attending to it. When you attend to it, you care for it, and have these techniques that I'm about to share to remove the pain, and then move on to progressively level up in your fitness game. Okay, that's tip 1. It's called practice stepping. Every day when I'm walking my dogs, I practice stepping. In my mind, PS, PS, PS. Step, 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 step. And after practice stepping, this little tip is what I normally share with my students in my mini course. There's a whole section that I dedicate to feet, ankle, and knees. Just because, you know, a lot of our wellness comes from these body parts, the support body parts, right? And today in this session, I'm going to pull out one exercise that if there is one thing you could do every day, it would be this. Grab a towel. This is my towel. So I want you to think about placing it on the ground and then picking it up. I'm using the chair as support just so that I can really find my weight. Pick up the towel with the section 1 and 2 of your foot. So learning to pick up, release, pick up, place it somewhere else, release, pick up, release, and pick up. Once you're very good at this and you feel comfortable, feel free to extend. So we're practicing extension. And then bend. So as you bend, really think about bringing the heels to the butt without using your hands. So really using your strength of your knees and hamstrings to pull it in. And then extend again. I feel like I'm doing a dance now. And squeeze. And extend. And squeeze. Good. Let's try it on the other feet. Pick it up. Release. Woo. Pick it up. Release. Pick it up. Release. Once you're there, extend. And bend. Extend. And bend. So I want to invite you to think about how many hours do you spend on your feet every day? For me, it's about 10 hours. Yeah. For some people, could be more, could be less, but let's just say average. You spend 10 hours on your feet in a day. And that is 10 hours of taking golden steps that can either create pain or less pain for your knees. So it's like more pain or less pain. It really depends on how you're placing your feet through practice stepping, PS, and how well you engage your feet. Coming back to what I was saying earlier, to make it a habit to practice this. And how? If you're walking to your car, think about practice stepping and engage. Walking to open the door, close the door, because these are things we do every day without paying much attention to. Preparing your coffee in the kitchen while cooking, constantly working on that little muscle groups in your feet. Yeah, this is my feet right here. So I'm constantly using and waking up those muscles just so that when I need to run and do something that has got heavier load onto my body, my feet is prepared to carry me through the exercises or jumps, right? I hope my sharing has helped you, or at least inspired you to relieve pain in your knees by walking right.